What's going on, gang? This week I have a very special episode for you. I'm going to be breaking down my brand new track, Amor. It's out on Stereo Hype right now. I'm going to open up my Logic project, show you what's going on. Nothing's being held back. Welcome back to a brand new episode of R3WIRE Unplugged. Let's go.
You ready? Here come. Drums, much like when beef is on, I pop that drum.
Right, let's get into it. So if you didn't know, this is my track, Amor. Right, it's out on Stereo Hype right now. It's doing bits on Beatport if you didn't already know, so I hope you can go and support that. Right, so what I want to quickly do this week is a rundown of how I actually made it, what's going on. I won't go into too much detail. I'll presume that you all know how to use Logic and make music. Right, so firstly, let's open up the drums and see what's going on in there. Right, this is the drum section. So if you didn't know, this is the intro here. The breakdown, the drop, breakdown, drop, outro. So these are the drums. I'll start with the kick. Claps. Get the right sound. Hats. Shaker, top loop, very subtle, just gives it extra texture. And then another one that gives it even more ambience to fill it up. This ride comes in later on the third 8. That carries the track on as it's progressing. So what you'll notice is that things start to build, and if you didn't know, it just keeps the track moving. It's telling the story. It's you know, doing the walk. I've obviously got like your crashes in there, reverse crashes going on here. I've got an extra bit of percussion that comes in later. It just adds a bit of tonality in this section here. I'll take it out. See, you don't notice it specifically, but it just adds that sort of tone within the track. Right, and obviously I've got the sort of standard snare. For the builds. Pretty basic stuff there. So yeah, that is the drums. Not too much going on. Obviously there's some volume automation and filtering and stuff that goes on. Yeah, there you go. You can have a look at that. Right, and then we move on to the bass. The bass was pretty simple. What I've actually used is Nexus. Oh, need to update Nexus. Yeah. But it's one bass just with a bit of automation. I don't know if you can hear it because it's quite low in there. Although I have added some stuff to try and bring up the mids in there. This is the synth. Again, just the Nexus. Then I've done a reverse. I've bounced out the audio and put a reverse bass in there to sort of sweep it in. So that's what it'd sound like on its own, but if I add both of them in there. Now this sort of stuff happens in the track, it's very subtle, you probably don't even hear that, but it just adds to the tension, which is what you want to create just before a big sort of pause. Bam, 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 bam. It's all about creating tension, creating those moments, little pauses in your breath. Right, so the synth section, let's start with the breakdown. The breakdown, I've got this big build here. So you might have noticed just before the drop a little clicking sound there. So basically that is a bit of white noise. It doesn't actually have any tone to it. It's just literally creating a very high click to help the synth cut through and just have a bit more impact before the drop. Then the lead is a serum patch that I made myself. This wasn't from a pack. And you can see what I've done here. It's pretty much it. Then I have some standard tech zaps. Then I have the, which is just a saw synth with a bit of delay, making it nice and wide. But that's basically there just to create the groove within the track. Which I love. Then I've got a zipper. I called it a zipper. That just hits on the fifth bar, just to let you know where you are on the track. Keeps things moving a bit. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I've got some extra zip up effects. What's this? Let's have a look. Yeah, just automated that. Then I've got this one. Okay, so that comes in to indicate that you are coming to the end of a phrase. So it's like a ooh before you build it up again. So again, it's just creating the tension there. Here I've got another effect that I added on. So that on its own sounds quite soary, but when you add it with the groove saw, and then it's just creating again some groove, which I wanted to inject into this. I won't go into all the risers and stuff. This is just like all the risers and noise, sweeps going on. There's, you know, like on the drops, you'll have like a white noise impact. And you've got like a texture running through just to create a sort of ambience and tonality, or not tonality, just an ambience really to the track, and keep it consistent throughout with the harmonics. Right, so the next big thing is the vocals, which was originally consisted of a lot more. Yeah, I took it out of a vocal that I heard, and I just wanted the me Amor words. That's literally all I wanted to do. I wanted it to be hypnotic and just literally suck you in to the zone before it dropped, and it sounds like amazing to me. It's sensual, it's sexy, it's hypnotic. So what I've got is just some filters opening up towards the drop, which is here. So as it opens up, again, it's a tension thing. It tells you it's going somewhere, and it opens up, and the more it opens up, it opens up to the drop, and yeah, it's just telling a story. On the second breakdown, I do it for a lot longer because I want to create even more tension. And what I actually do is I drop it out a bar early. And leave a bar of pretty much silence just to create that even more tension before the second drop. It's so outrageous. Like, it's almost, it keeps you gasping for air before the bam, 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 which does the job exactly how I wanted it to, perfectly. And yeah, that's it. Like, I've got some texture effects here that's across the intro and the intro bass, which is a tiny snippet of the vocal with tons of reverb and then some effects going on. This is actually bounced out audio, so it's not the actual way I did it, but you might not be able to hear it. Yeah, so that basically runs through the track at the start and at the end, and although you may not hear it within the track, it's very subtle and it just creates and sets the tone for the track, and it makes it more fluid throughout. And then when you hear the vocal in the same tone, it's not such a surprise, a bad surprise. You know, you're almost expecting it because you've got those tones running through already. And it makes the track unique as well, because, you know, without it, the drums could be anyone's drums. You know, you could rip these drums from anywhere, and, you know, these kind of give it its own flavour. Yeah, and then that is pretty much it, guys. I'll open it all up so you can see everything. Let's have a look. Where are we? That is the track. Yeah, so this is out right now, by the way. It's doing bits on Beatport. If you haven't already done so, head over to Beatport, support your boy. Let's get this top 10, and you know what? Let's get this #1. Why not? Let's try and get it #1. Yeah, I'm really proud of this one. I'm super happy with the way it turned out, and yeah, enjoy. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. That has been another episode of R3WIRE Unplugged. If you're here, I'm going to presume you're supporting the track. If you are supporting the track, thank you so much. If you're not, head over to Beatport. You can buy me Amor right now, or, you know, if you just want to stream it, head over to Apple, Spotify, Pandora, Tidal, whatever it is you use, and just give it a play. So appreciative of all the support you're giving me so far. Thank you very, very much. And that is about it. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Let's go.